guys, so this is Jess, and I'm from Korea, and I was born in Korea and then stayed there till I become 20 something. So I basically spent my whole time there. Um, yeah, okay, I just got a message from my manager. Yeah, and then last year after COVID, I came to Australia because I was just waiting for the border open, but because of COVID, it has shut down so time for 2 years, and I decided, oh, I'm not going to wait for another years. So yeah, so that's why I came to Australia. I just moved to Adelaide this February, and I find there are like big differences in between, even though it's the same country, but maybe it's, I don't know, because Australia is really big, so people have different code of conduct and different ways to survive and adapt to their culture. So what I found interesting about Adelaide is that Adelaide is so small, as you know, but it's not really small. In the city, I'm living in the city, but the city itself, it's just one street, as many people say. But if you're getting out of the city, there are so many things to do and so many places to go, which is very different in Sydney or any other major cities. So for example, when you're living in Seoul, everything happens in the city. I think the same with any Asian countries as well. But here, Adelaide, it's different, and even in Sydney, there isn't any specific. There are CBD, there is CBD area, but there are only like major street to do everything and go shopping and everything. Because basically every suburban area's got their own main streets for shopping and everything. So it's really different. It's widespread and well balanced. And in here in Adelaide, it's basically you do your basic stuff in the city, especially if you're a student. But if you're locals and if you're working here, you don't actually have to live in the city because you can easily drive. It's so easy to drive, and then there isn't much traffic at all. And if you can drive, you can go to McLarenville, where there's wineries, and there's Adelaide Hills in German village called Handorf, and there are beaches on the left side, and like there are so many places to go. And I think Adelaide is great because the reason that those activities that you can do in Adelaide, it's not about just going for shopping or going for a movie like what you have done if you're from like major big cities like me. So it's really different settings, so I'm still adapting myself. And yeah, but of course I had expectation because I knew that I'd be moving to Adelaide when I was in Sydney. And I was imagining in my head, if I start studying, I would have many students. I'm a first year student, and then you're new, I'm new, so I thought we would do everything together like what we usually do in Korea. But it's really different because I feel like Adelaide is more, I think reserved is the word for people, how they interact with each other. Like in Sydney, it's really big city, and then you meet many people from many different cultures, and they're really open to chat because again there are so many people, and then you know just people are used to embrace the different, like those big populations. But here it's more like quiet and calm, which I like, and which was the main reason why I chose to study in Adelaide. But I was expecting more interaction between, for example, between students. And even like when you're going out, it's so difficult to make friends. It's not like in Sydney. People are more, because they have their own areas and they have their own inner circles and groups if they're locals especially. But here I find it difficult to find friends. Yeah, they're more reserved, I think, so I think I should reach out. It's better to reach out to people who are also new to the town, or focus on my boundaries, or like what I want to pursue. And so it's a great city to study. And if you are not a city person like me, it'd be a great place to live and study because everything is so quiet and chill. And neither did I know what they mean before coming here. And of course, I knew I had a picture in my head, but it's really different when you're in that city, in this setting. It's different. And as I said, I'm not a city person, but still I sometimes miss Sydney. But I also think this is the best place for me to be because I can, for the first time ever, I can focus on what I want to pursue because there isn't much distraction going around yourself. There isn't much thing like you need to care about except yourself. And this is the one like major difference is what I talked about Adelaide the other day with my friend, because I'm really good at adapting their culture, and because I have been like many places and I enjoyed to see my version adapting to their culture, not like I'm not being genuine or not like I'm copying someone to be perceived, to be accepted to the member of the society, but because I just wanted to it felt like I'm growing and I'm experiencing more, and now I think it's a time to focus on who I truly am, and when all the distractions are gone, what do you do and what kind of person you are. That is the best. So that never ever happened to me before, so I think this is great opportunity because I'm going to stay here more than 3 years anyway, and I'm loving it. And I'm still new. It has been this is April now, so it has been only 2 months. So I'm still thinking what kind of person that I want to be truly, and because again I said there isn't any mainstream, there is no like major culture or aspect or like culture thing that you have to follow to be accepted to the society, because there isn't any hierarchy at all. So you can basically do and be whatever you want to be, and I think that is awesome. So yeah, so I'm trying to figure out what I want to do, and I mean deciding to study and what kind of person that I want to be, and that's one of the reasons why I'm doing this YouTube again. Yeah, so when you're, for example, when you're going to the city in the street, there's so many different people from like different background, different ethnicity, and they are just doing their own thing, and nobody's arguing or questioning about how you do things differently, or nobody really cares. So that is great. You can do whatever you like, you can be whatever you want to do. So that's why ironically I'm struggling to adapt to the culture, because I'm so used to see the major phenomenon, major group, society standard or group that I like feel like I should follow, and like set an exemplary way to modify myself. But yeah, here it is different. And one of the other things that I found out about, I'm not a big fan of this, but all the supermarkets, even those ones in the city, they close at 5 p.m. on weekends. So you have to plan if you don't want to starve. Yeah, and then every place is quite often really early, and they close early, and it's a city where I find most people are morning person, and I'm not a morning person at all, but because I moved here and I like, this is my room, and then when I wake up the sun just hit me when I'm lying down on the bed. So I think that also changes a lot, and I find myself waking up really early as in like 7 a.m. and like the day before I went to bed at 1 a.m. and I'm not feeling tired at all, and I feel refreshed. And yeah, and at night, like 11 p.m. or even before, I feel, oh, I'm feeling sleepy, and I feel like I'm ready. I'm getting ready to go to bed. So I think that's a good change. But I'm not a big fan that there isn't any coffee shops open after 3 p.m. unless you go to McDonald's or Hungry Jack's, and nobody wants to do that. But yeah, that's the major difference that I have found so far. And if there's any major things that I want to share, I will definitely come back, jump back to this topic and continue. That's all for now.